Welcome everyone. Here we have another very interesting example. So we want to use this graph, which is a graph of f of x, to find a number delta such that if absolute value of x minus 4 less than delta, then absolute value of square root of x minus 2 is less than 0.4. So this is kind of like your epsilon values. We're given epsilon and we want to figure out what should our delta be so that these two inequality holds. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with this statement and see if we can figure out what delta should be if given that particular epsilon. So we know that square root of x minus 2 is less than 0.4. So by definition of absolute value, we know that square root of x minus 2 has to be between negative 0.4 and positive 0.4. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 2 to each side. So add 2. So we can start isolating x algebraically. So we're going to get 1.6 less than square root of x less than 2 plus 0.4. That's going to give us 2.4. Now we're going to go ahead and square each side. So we have 1.6 squared less than x less than 2.4 squared. So then this will give us, so 1.6 squared, you will have 2.56 less than x less than, and then 2.4 squared, you'll have 5.76. All right, so we're almost getting to the statement we want. So we want this statement eventually to appear in our final statement. So this is what we got right now. So let me show you how you can hold on to the statement you have here. And now let's work on this one. So this means that if absolute value of x minus 4 is less than delta, well, this means that x minus 4 is less than delta, and also it's bounded by negative delta. So we want this statement to look like this. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 4 everywhere. So if you subtract 4 on each side of this inequality, you're going to get negative 1.44 less than x minus 4 less than 1.76. So now we have the statement we want. This is what our assumption was, and this is what we got. So now we can choose delta because these two are equivalent, x minus 4 and x minus 4, which means our choice for delta has to be the minimum of absolute value of these two numbers. So we're going to take the absolute value of negative 1.44. Delta has to be anything less than or equal to 1.44. So that will be our choice for delta. Of course, positive, so we always know that delta is positive. So as long as delta is 1.44 or lower than that, this will work.